Hey YouTube, it's CryptoOneStop, coming to you guys from the Crypto Cave, and today I'm going to be doing my review on MCO. The focus of this review is going to be on the earn feature, but I'll quickly review some of the other features that they offer because it is a pretty comprehensive platform that allows you to do a lot. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into this review by going to the website. So this is the official website of MCO. Now, if you look here, the domain name is crypto.com. They paid a lot of money for it. I would imagine it's to sort of it's for marketing and to build awareness of the platform, just because crypto is so ubiquitous within this community. Everybody uses it on like a day-to-day basis when they're referencing cryptocurrencies, and so I think it was sort of a marketing gimmick on their end. It's memorable. It's targeting a specific area. It's short, so it has all the ideal features for a popular domain name. Putting that aside, let's talk about some of the features that they offer. Number one is, obviously the wallet. They support a bunch of different cryptos. I think it's over 40 now. They have cards, so you can actually spend your crypto. You can even use crypto as collateral to get credit, so you can spend that. They also have this invest feature, which basically allows you to access some of their investment instruments. They also tell you how they've performed or how they would have performed in the last 6 months. And so there's different types of portfolios that you could choose from, and they basically outline the performances of these individual vehicles over the course of the last year or so. And so you can do that, and they don't charge you unless you make a profit. So it's completely free to use, and they take a portion of your profits depending on how many MCO tokens you're staking. I mentioned earlier you can use you can get credit, and you can use it to pay for products. Aside from all that, the main feature that I wanted to focus on was the earn feature that they have. Now, to be eligible for the higher rates, you need to stake a certain amount of MCO. The minimum is 50. And if you look here, let's go to cards. So depending on what kind of card you want, there's a number of tokens you have to stake to be eligible to receive that card. I believe it's for 6 months that you have to stake. Once you've staked it for 6 months, you become eligible for that card, and you can actually take your tokens out of staking. And I'll show you why taking your tokens out of staking is worthwhile. And so you could see here the minimum required for the respective card. And so you can stake as little as 50 to be eligible for some of the perks on the platform. Now let's go back to earn here. If you look here, if you don't stake, you'll get these rates for all the cryptos that you lend on the platform. But with staking, as mentioned before, you could stake as little as 50 MCO tokens. After you do that, you'll be eligible to get up to 8% on the cryptos you lend on the platform. And if you go down here, these are all the tokens that they support. So you can lend these on the platform. And they just recently added Binance. And I think a lot of these tokens, it's great that these platforms are allowing individuals to do it, so we could put our cryptos to work. Because not everybody's a trader, and traders, not even all the traders do well all the time. So this is a great way for us or traders and non-traders alike, to basically put their crypto to work. So you can earn 8% in Litecoin, for example, or Binance, and add to your token stack. And so the beauty of this platform is that, let's say you lend Litecoin, they'll pay you the interest in Litecoin. So if it's 8%, let's say you have 100 Litecoin that you lend every 3 months on this platform. Theoretically speaking, at the end in a year, you should have an additional 8 Litecoin tokens. And so it's a great platform for people who don't like to trade, but that want to put their crypto to work. And as you can see here, they're going to be adding more tokens later on in the future. I think the criteria for most of these platforms, a major component is liquidity. They want to make sure that tokens trade on a lot of exchanges, and it has a high market capitalization. And so I think, in the future, as the crypto space becomes more capitalized, you'll probably see more and more tokens supported. And I think a lot of that's going to happen in the next bull cycle. So let's go ahead and take a look at my account. This is my real account. I just put a little bit in here to sort of just experiment and get a feel for the platform. Currently, I don't have any MCO tokens staked, but that's going to change. I do plan to buy MCO tokens to stake, so I'm eligible to get some of the higher rates. Now, when I first downloaded the platform, I didn't have this earn option, and so I just emailed support, and they were pretty responsive. They got back to me within 24 hours. Typically, they say that they'll get back to you within 20 to 30 minutes. It took a little bit longer than that, but I mean, nonetheless, I was able to acquire the earn feature on my app. And as you can see here, the total balance that I'm lending is $16.93, and obviously that's going to fluctuate because the prices go up and down. And the first thing I lent was Litecoin, and I did it at a flexible rate. I earned about 5 cents on it. If you look here, my total earnings to date are $1.38. And if I scroll down here, this is the first Litecoin that I lent on the platform. And as you can see here, my total earnings are calculated in Litecoin. So after these 3 months have elapsed, I'll have earned a certain amount of Litecoin interest. And so I put in 2 Litecoins here, and within a few days, I've earned 0.00098 Litecoins. If you look here, I've also lent some Binance tokens, and I've earned 0.04 to date. And so I have to lock these up for at least 3 months, meaning I can't take them out. I have to lock them up for 3 months, and I'll be eligible to earn a maximum of 8% if I have 50 MCO, a minimum of 50 MCO tokens locked on the platform. Currently, I don't, so I'm getting 6%. And if you want to lock your tokens on the platform, it's really simple. All you have to do is you click the plus sign here at the upper right, and then you pick the terms. If you want flexible here, you can pick flexible. You get 2%, but you could take your money out at any time. Minimum 1 month term where you'll be eligible to receive 4%, or 3 months where you'll get 6%. So let's pick 6%. Continue. Make sure you check all these 3 boxes off. And so what they do is they work with all these different businesses that have different business models that involve lending crypto to a user at a fixed interest rate. When they lend it, the interest that they make, the profits that they make, they share with us. And so this may involve liquidating your Litecoin or your respective cryptocurrency and lending it out, earning interest on it, converting it back to Litecoin, and giving you the profit that you're entitled to. And so obviously with these new models, there is some risk involved because they're sort of new and experimental, right? This whole space is new and experimental. So there's no guarantee that this is 100% safe. There is some risk involved as any investment that you make in your life, right? And so you just be cognizant of that when you're investing in this platform, that it's not 100%, your funds aren't 100% safe. So I wouldn't put, all your funds onto these platforms. I would put maybe, 10 to 25%. As the space grows and matures, maybe you want to put in some more. But I think, long term, these platforms are here to stay. Some of the models that you see in the crypto space have been in existence in the legacy world. For example, lending stocks. That model has been in existence in the legacy world for the longest time. It's just that the exchanges captured a lot of the value and didn't return any of it to the stockholders. So basically, they would take your stocks, they would lend it to margin traders and make interest on it, but they wouldn't share that profit with you. So they were using your stocks to make money. The difference here is that they're doing the same, but they're sharing the profits with us and giving us that option, right? And so I think what they're doing is they're adopting some of the legacy world models, adapting them to serve the needs of the crypto space, the community members and businesses alike. They're sort of like the middleman that allow us regular folks to lend cryptos to other people to earn interest on, because at the moment we have to trust a third party to mediate that transaction. But the bigger point here is that this is not 100% safe, so don't put all your money on this. You once you've picked your crypto, you decided the amount of time that you want to lend it out, and you click all these boxes, click continue, and you can see here that it gives you all the options or all the tokens that are available to lend. And remember when I said you might want to, once that 6-month period has elapsed, you're able to take your stake tokens out. So once you do that, you can actually lend your MCO tokens on the mobile platform, so you can earn interest on it. I don't have any at the moment, but I do have some Litecoin. I click Litecoin, and then what you do here is you go to the top. The minimum is 1.5 Litecoin, but obviously I have more than that, so I'll go down here and click max, and then I'll click deposit, and then confirm. And that's all. And now I'm earning interest on my Litecoin that I just deposited. Now there's other platforms that give you varying rates for Litecoin as well. I mean, I like using Celsius. In fact, it was one of the first platforms that I was exposed to. But there's also CredEarn, which is different from Celsius and CryptoEarn in the sense that you will earn interest in dollars, not in the crypto itself. So you're not going to be paid in like interest. But I did speak to one of the representatives from CredEarn via Twitter, and they said that it's in the roadmap. So in the future, when you lend your crypto on CredEarn, you'll earn the interest in crypto rather than in fiat. But each platform offers a varying rate. I mean, you can go here to CoinLend, and you can see here that on Celsius you'll get 4.5% if you lend on the exchanges. So when you lend on the exchanges, it's different than here. The rates obviously going to fluctuate based on demand. But what they do, like people like Celsius and Crypto.com or MCO, they basically lend to these platforms, and they give us a fixed rate. So we'll earn a minimum of whatever Celsius and MCO promise, regardless of what the rates here on the platform. So you could go through a third party like Crypto.com and Celsius, or you could just directly lend on the platform itself. On Bitfinex, for example, I remember hearing that the average for, let's say, lending USD dollar in a year was up to 30%. So if you lend on the platform itself, you have the potential to make a lot more. At least for USD. I'm not too sure about the other cryptos here. So I'm going to end the video by making one final point, which is that if this actually is successful, which personally I believe it will be, I mean, lending out deflationary currency at even 4 to 5%, 2 to 3% over a 10, 20, 30 year horizon is going to be extremely profitable from my view. Because, I mean, Bitcoin, for example, let's say it's worth $10,000 today, and you're lending it out, right? And you're earning, I don't know, let's just throw a hypothetical number out there. Let's say you're earning $10 every week. Now, let's say in 10 years, Bitcoin is now worth $1 million, right? Again, a hypothetical. So that's a fact. So that means that from here, Bitcoin has to go up by a factor of 100. So that $10 that you're earning a week in 10 years is going to be $1,000 per week. Now that's just, using Bitcoin to illustrate the point that I'm trying to make. But as you could see here on the platform, they have Ethereum, they have Binance Coin. They're going to support more tokens in the future, most of which are deflationary, meaning that there is a fixed supply. So as that supply is reduced, their circulating supply is reduced, and people buy and hodl and they lend it out, the price should theoretically go up, right? Which is different from the dollar model. Let's suppose in the fiat world you lend out dollar and you earn even 8% on it. I mean, historically speaking, the fiat currencies are inflationary. So you're basically trying to outpace inflation. So the 8% that you're getting could easily be eroded away in terms of its purchasing power. Where with crypto, let's say Bitcoin, for example, it's deflationary, so the value goes up, and on top of that, you're earning interest on it, right? So the snowball effect is going to be huge, and some of these tokens even allow you to earn gas. Uh, uh, for example, VET. There's a VET, VeChain, and there's VThor, which is sort of the gas that runs the network. And when you stake your VET, you earn VThor. There's some platforms out there, for example, Bitrue, which I'll do a review on in the near future, that allow you to earn, lend your VET, earn interest on it, plus they give you the monthly distribution to VThor. So essentially, you're having like two snowball effects, right? So on one hand, you're increasing the amount of VET you're getting every week because in Bitrue's case, they pay you daily, right? And so they're paying you daily, a daily yield, and you're getting more and more VeChain tokens. And the more VeChain tokens that you have, the more you're eligible to receive in gas. You could have these massive snowball effects while you're lending your crypto. I mean, just look at MCO, for example. During the bull market, it went up to $15. But let's say this platform gains some traction, and a lot of people end up, buying 50 MCO tokens to stake and earn that yield, the 8%. I mean, as they capture more of the market share, this token price isn't going to stay around, 389. So imagine buying the token and then lending it out. So not only is it appreciating in value, but you're earning, interest on it as well. I mean, it's pretty powerful. That pretty much wraps up my video. In the description below, you can click on the referral link I have, and if you do that, we both get $50 worth of MCO token. I'll also be writing a Medium article, and once that's completed, I'll put that in the description. And if you look at some of my past videos, I also talk about Nexo, and moving forward, I'll do update videos and talk about other platforms that I'm using. But feel free to comment. Let me know if I've misstated anything in my video, whether it's a criticism or it's a positive. Make sure you comment below. With that being said, this is CryptoOneStop signing out. See you next time, folks. Bye.